Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Code Elite. In today's video, we will learn how to create an apple collector game. So let's get started. So let's open scratch.mit.edu. So if you're watching the video for the first time, please check out my previous videos so that you will know how to sign up for Scratch as well as a lot of other things. And I will also add a suggestion over here so you can click on it and quickly go and watch it. So now we have to click on create. Right, so as I'm creating an apple collector game, I'm going to change the name of my project to apple collector game. And please make sure you're logged in, otherwise your project will not be saved. Now, I don't want a cat here, so I'm going to delete the cat and I'm going to choose a backdrop from clicking on this backdrop option. So I'm going to choose a blue sky and I'm going to choose the sprite by clicking on the cat face. Now I'm going to choose a tree. I'm going to choose this tree as it looks good and it has two costumes here. So I have the tree over here. I'm going to change it to 150 and place it here and click on costumes. Here in the tree's B costume, I'm going to change this length of the branch over here to a little bit more down here. Right, now we're going to add the apple. We have the apple here. I'm going to click on apple. I'm going to reduce the size of the apple to 40 and place it here. And very importantly, we need a bowel as we're creating a collector. So I'm going to add bowel. So you can choose anything, just not fruits or anything. You can choose something like garbage in collector. So you can choose something else of your choice. So now I'm going to reduce the size to 80 and place this here. Now going to the tree, we'll do the coding for the tree now. I'm going to add when the green flag is clicked, I want the tree to go to the X and Y position. It is in right now. And then I'm going to add next costume and then wait for 0.3 seconds. And it has to keep repeating this forever. I'm adding a loop so that it keeps changing the costume. And before changing next costume, it has to wait for 0.3 seconds. So now I'm going to duplicate this tree and drag and place this here beside another tree. So I'm going to add one more tree over here. So if it is a game, it needs to be a little bit complicated, right? So I'm just going to make it a little bit complex. So I'm going to flip it vertical and click on this and flip it vertical again and place it here. So only the position is going to be changed. So I'm going to right click, delete the block, and you can see the position of this tree is 155 and minus 18. So I'm going to drag, go to X and Y position. It is right now. Now I'm going to do the coding for the apple. So this is very important that you need to do the coding for the apple in such a way that it is going to go in the random position whichever you are providing. So first thing, this game is going to be just for 50 seconds. So I'm going to add when green flag is clicked, wait for 50 seconds and then it has to hide. Right, now I'm going to again add when the green flag is clicked. I want to wait for random seconds, like I'm going to add operators and add pick random 0 to 2 seconds. Now it has to show up. As we are using hide, it is mandatory that we use the show as well, otherwise it will not show up. So now go to variables and I'm going to create a variable. Before that, I'm going to delete my variable from here and make a variable score. So when you add the score, the game is more interesting. So now I'm going to add set score to 0. The score should be set to 0 in the beginning of the game. Now I am going to use a if-then statement, which is a conditional statement you say, which makes the decisions. So if the apple is touching the bowl, then we'll add one sound, something like, okay, we have chomp here, so I'm going to add start sound, chomp. Then I'm going to change the score by 1 if it is touching the bowl only. Then I am going to add hide. So I have hide here, I'm just right clicking on this, duplicating it, placing here. Let me stop this. Right, so now I'm going to add wait block again. So I'm going to just place my cursor on this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, or you can also right click, duplicate, but it is going to duplicate the entire set of blocks. So I'm going to just use Ctrl C and V. Oh no, yes, it is going to duplicate the entire thing. So you can use anything, it's your choice. So wait for 0.2 seconds and then you can add a show block. So it has to hide once the change is increased to 1, once it is touching the bowl. Okay, then it has to pick X and Y position. So I'm going to add set X and set Y. So it has to pick the random positions of X and Y that I'm going to provide. So now the apple is here. So I'm going to choose the X minus 172, but I just want to add it here. Minus 2008, minus 208 to, let's say, somewhere here, minus 107. Minus 107. Now we need to choose the y-axis, so I'm going to place it here, 79, and from here, let's say, so in this case, if it is going back, I have already showed it in the previous video, you can just click on go to front layer, so it comes to the front layer here, and then you can place it anywhere of your choice. So it chose minus 66, so I'm going to add minus 66. Right, now I'm going to create one more. Before that, we have to add a loop, very important. If you're not adding a loop, the program will not work. Right, now again, when the green flag is clicked, it has to pick the random X and Y position that we know. So we have to duplicate it again and place it here. Okay, now I'm going to add a loop, a forever loop. Now it has to keep changing the Y position by minus 5 because it has to come down. So if it has to come down, it has to keep changing by minus 5. If I add plus 5, it keeps going upwards. So now I am going to add a if-then statement. So if the Y position of this apple is less than minus 170, if it is here somewhere, so let me drop this here, so you can see it is minus 170. So if it is minus 170, so it has to hide. So I'm going to add an operator, less than operator, and you can go to motion and you'll find Y position. If the Y position is less than minus 170, then you can add hide. You're going to add the same block here. So I just duplicated it and added it. Now I'm going to right click, duplicate and add one more apple, but here. So the positions will change, and I'm also changing the wait seconds here, maybe 3 here as well to 3 seconds, and then I'm going to change the position. So X, I'm going to take 153. Let me take 190, 190, and then I'm going to choose 110. Then Y position. So it is 95 and minus 46. So we have to change the positions here as well. 190, 110 and 95, minus 46. Here also 190, 110, 95 and minus 46. Right? So we're done changing this one. Now we'll do the coding for the bowel. So bowel coding is really important, as well as we can also add some sound. I don't want this pop sound here. I'm going to delete it. You can click on choose a sound, and I'm going to choose something in dance. So I like this dance magic, so I'm going to click on it and go back to code. So I'm going to add when the green flag is clicked, it has to go to the position it is in right now here. That is the first thing I'm going to add. Oh, not go to random position. So sorry. Let me place it again. Yes, go to X and Y position it is in right now. And also we need to add this. When green flag is clicked, wait for 50 seconds and hide. So we're going to add it here as well. So we're going to add, as the game is just for 50 seconds. Wait for 50 seconds, then hide. Now, when the green flag is clicked, I want to play the sound dance magic, but I want to play it forever. I'm going to pick a loop from here and drop it here. Now, as I'm using play sound, now when it is hiding, it has to stop all the sounds. Right? Next, when the green flag is clicked, it has to show up. So it has to show up. As we are using hide, you also have to use show. Then I'm going to use a if then statement. And I'm going to go to sensing. You have key space pressed. So when I press the right arrow key, you can change the X by 10. It has to only move on the X axis, means left and right only. I'm going to add change X by 10. I'm just duplicating this, placing it right below it. So when I'm pressing the left arrow, it has to change by minus 10. And for this, very importantly, we have to use a forever loop. Otherwise, it will not work. Right? So now we'll give it a try. I'm going to click on this presentation mode here. Let me click on the green flag. So you can see. Oh. So the game is also looking a little bit complex. So it is going to keep going like this. And it will stop everything after 50 seconds. Right, I'm going to just stop this for now. Hope you all enjoyed the game, and I'll see you all in the next video.